Hello, Eurovision fans. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. It's another day for a Eurovision Song Battle where I look at two songs from the Eurovision Song Contest, having them fight it out in rounds, looking at different aspects of the song and performance, and then we will have an overall winner. Due to popular demand, today I am looking at Gladiator, the second place from the Polish national final by Jann, and the eventual winner in the Polish national final, Solo by Blanka. Now, there's a lot of controversy about this because Polish fans are not happy with the song that will represent them. Blanka won because of 12 points from the jury, whereas Jann got 7 points from the juries and 12 points full marks from the televote. People are really not happy with how everything turned out because Jann was a big fan favorite. I will be looking at different aspects, not thinking of the controversy too much, but I'm giving my own opinion about which of these two songs is better in each of the aspects. So, first round is staging. I have to say I wasn't impressed with either one of these two. Gladiator seemed a little bit messy in a way. The lighting was really effective. I think they had a concept of what was going to happen, but his outfit didn't contrast enough with the background, so it was quite dark at times, and yet it seemed a bit messy sometimes, so they could have streamlined it a bit more. Solo, it's definitely a choice to have your name plastered across the stage. I don't think it's a good choice. I think the background was really tried, like these palm trees turning. Yeah, not original enough. And the choreography looked like something we had seen 700 times before, especially the part where they lean forward and you hold on to the one in front of you. It's just, we've seen that in Eurovision last year. We've seen it 100 times. Not that interesting. So in the overall rating, I think Gladiator actually wins this one because at least it's original in what it's doing, and the messiness actually makes it a bit more interesting than what Blanka brought to the table. The next round is performance, which means how did the singer perform? Blanka seemed a bit off at times. I'm talking about the voice later on. This is just a performance. She looked like she was having fun, but the spark didn't really come across. With Jann, he really felt the song. I think the spark did come across in that case, even though it also seemed a bit messy. He connected well with the camera. So yeah, another point for Gladiator in this case for the performance. Now, the lyrics. So Gladiator I find really interesting because he sings, for example, I want to go to Bali, shame about that tsunami, I have to go to Cali. He sings the party is sponsored by Martini, but they drink Bacardi. Fake it till you make it. And Gladiator. So I think it's a criticism of the superficial aspect of the show business and maybe of people in general. Everything is about you are addicted to attention, you want attention, maybe a criticism of social media as well. So I find that quite interesting. And the most interesting phrase after the national final, I think, is it will take more than just a pretty face to top that. Well, apparently not. Yeah. But interesting lyrics, I like them, whereas Solo is solo, solo, show your, diddy down, down, down. It's really interesting that this song won against Gladiator, which is criticizing exactly what Solo is doing, I think, in a way. So quite easy this round, another point for Gladiator. Round number 4 is The Voice. Again, both didn't impress me very much. Gladiator, Jann seemed off a few times during the performance. He did a lot of moving around, so I understand why, but yeah, could have been much better, I think, the vocal performance. I was impressed by the high notes, but even those seemed a bit strained at times, so could have been better. However, he's up against Solo, which is, I think, the worst vocal performance I have seen in a long, long time. If she sings like this in Eurovision, you know, it's the worst vocal performance since at least Manel Navarro. And he only had one off note. She has a lot of off notes. It sounds really empty, really no emotion, nothing comes across. And it's just really like a karaoke performance, unfortunately. So another point for Gladiator. This one was really easy to decide. Round number 5. The song, and because the song is so important, I have subdivided that into 4 sub-rounds, the first of which is melody and hook. Now, solo does have a hook. It's solo, solo, show ya. Okay, yeah, it's kind of catchy. It's not the worst hook in the world. Gladiator is lacking a melody, and the hook is not as catchy, but the thing is, solo, solo, show ya is just so simple. I really don't like that, and it's really annoying. Every time this song comes up in the top of other people or in a playlist, I skip it right away because it's just quite annoying, the solo, so show ya. So even though solo has a hook and more of a melody, I don't like it, so I'm giving this point also to Gladiator. Sorry, Blanka. Next up, we have the structure of the 2 songs. Solo just goes through the hoops and the motions. There's nothing interesting about the structure of this song. We've heard it 100 times before. It makes it a bit more mainstream maybe and might appeal to a wider audience because it is not shocking or different that much, but it doesn't appeal to me. Gladiator, I do like that there's lots of variation going on. It goes from a bit slower to the high notes that he does. I was a bit skeptical about the end part, and I still don't quite like that because it just enters this him singing the high notes, a bit of a beat, and not much more is happening, and then the song ends. I wasn't sure about that one, so if this had been selected for Eurovision, it would have gotten not that many points from me in my rating video, I think. But overall, it is much more interesting as a song and as a structure of a song, so another point for Gladiator. Now, originality. This comes kind of down to the structure again and the lyrics and everything together. And yeah, solo is just not original at all. There's nothing original about it. However, Gladiator does seem fresh, a bit messy and a bit strange at times, but that makes it interesting. So another point for Gladiator. I know I'm a bit one-sided here, but I really went into this looking at where is each song better than the other, and I have to say that Gladiator is better in every single one of these aspects. And that is why song overall, also Gladiator. So we have a very clear winner in this song battle, and that's Jann with Gladiator, 8 points to 0.
I'm sorry, 0 points.
Now, had this song gone to Eurovision, I think it would have been a big fan favorite. People loved it. However, I think it would have been a bit overrated probably because of the messiness of the performance. I don't know how they would have staged it at Eurovision, of course, but I think it would not have done all that well because there are other songs similar to it that are better at what it's doing. It's kind of a mixture of Cha-Cha-Cha, Tattoo, Edgar Allan Poe maybe, lots of different things coming together, and I think it would have been lost in the masses a bit, I could imagine. However, it would have done much, much better for Poland than solo will. It would have definitely qualified, I think, from the semifinal and have done, I think, maybe top 15, top 20 in the final. That is my opinion of the 2 songs. Let me know in the comments about the controversy, what you think of the songs, and how you think Gladiator would have done in Eurovision. Please subscribe to my channel if you want more song battles, reviews of the songs of Eurovision, also videos on Eurovision history. Please subscribe and come back, and I'll see you for my next video then. Bye-bye.